What's up, everybody? I hope you're having yourselves a lovely day. Welcome back to another video. This one is going to be basically how I managed to lose, the weight while still smoking. Because I feel like that's kind of like something to be noted, is that I've been dealing with the munchies the whole time and I still did that. I'm gonna just tell you how. Simply. If you enjoy, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, the YouTuber bell. Also, go use my code on Driven. We got a bunch of pump covers, we got a bunch of hoodies, we got some cool stuff. A lot of our sizes need to be restocked, but there's still some there. How I deal with the munchies. Most people will probably think, oh, he avoids them. I actually do the exact opposite. Hitting your calories in a day is extremely, extremely important, especially when you're on a deficit, because you're trying to maintain your metabolic calories in part so that you can consistently lose weight over time, because you're trying to do just stay below a certain amount works for a certain amount of time. Don't get me wrong, it does, but doing it consistently works for longer. I simply don't avoid the munchies, because the thing is my maintenance is 3,000 calories. If I'm trying to hit 3,000 calories, brother, 200 grams of protein, or even 250 is nothing on the scale of 3,000 calories. When I was doing my first calorie deficit, my maintenance was 34 or 3,300, and I was deficiting at 2,700. Dude, I'm not kidding you. I would be sitting there at the end of the day just man, I'm only at fucking 2,100 calories, and I've already hit all my protein and all my goals pretty much for the day, but I still want to keep it consistent. And I'll be thinking man, what can I do? You know what's 300 calories a piece? A big old fucking cookie. So I'll have 2 of them. I simply don't back away. I'm not even kidding you. That's just how it is. And I still lost a bunch of weight. One of the main things that I did with those carbs was I would eat it right before the gym, or I would eat it before the gym or right after. Sorry. In doing that, I would have way better lifts. My benches would go up. My fucking everything would go up. I also noticed that when I would add more carbs, I would still lose a bunch of body fat, but my lifts would go up. My strength was still going up while I was losing fat. Granted, I was a fat, little fat body, but at the same time, I was building a significant amount of muscle. It wasn't nothing to sneeze at. I was going from, bro, I could barely even bench 135 a couple times to I got to almost a 200 bench right before ending that cut. And then I bulked to a 225 bench for a couple reps. That was what I did. It's a mental game. It 110% is a mental game. I understand the whole idea of going on a crash diet, but at the same time, you gotta if you're trying to do it over a while, trying to lose a significant amount of weight. Normally a crash diet, you're only trying to lose 10 or 15 pounds. But if you're trying to lose 100 plus or something like that, you got to keep it consistent, bro. I know a lot of bigger people who, they don't have a sweet tooth like that. It's portion sizing for them. It really just depends on your brain. You need to realize that part of consistency comes with ease. Just having your norm be that. Consistency is the main part of this whole thing. So if you have extra calories in the day and you've been sort of losing it, not losing it, but the cravings are super fucking high, have a cookie. Your ass deserve it. Don't have a bunch of them, It think of it it's a reward. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to see it. Drinking water is another thing that helped me lose weight a fucking ton, because a lot of your energy that you're putting into your muscles from your fat and your food needs water to even turn into energy. Now let me get to why hitting your calories in a day is so important, other than losing weight consistently. Bro, your brain is going to be losing its shit. I'm not even a diabetic or anything like that, but I can already tell you that my insulin responses are fucking weird. If I don't have regular carbs, pretty much like on a consistent drip throughout the whole day, my body starts to like shaking. And yeah, it's not good. And that's like without caffeine, that's just chilling. Hitting your carbs consistently throughout the day, even if it's, kind of above your actual carb amount, calories in, calories out, you'll be okay. Go hit the gym and do some cardio. I guarantee you will not put on any weight. You're fine. This is kind of talking on the male side. For females, I'm going to be real with you. That's more on an ingredient-based type of thing. Like figuring out which peanut butter tastes the best, figuring out which honey tastes the best, figuring out which healthy carb goes the best with whatever meal prep you're doing. Like I see a lot of people use blueberries. I see a lot of people use bananas. I see a lot of people use kiwi. I see a lot of people use freaking a lot of stuff, dude. I would just say try and figure out what goes best with that. And this is gonna sound bad, but if you really are like, I need a cookie, maybe go liquid for one of the meals throughout your meal prep day and like have a cookie afterwards. Like I could tell you right now, the 30 grams that I just got from a 160 calorie protein shake is probably less than the 30 grams of protein you're gonna get from your like chicken and rice. Yeah, cheat meals basically require the same mentality of like, if you have so many calories allotted throughout like the day and you want a cheat meal, granted, this isn't healthy and this isn't really advice. This is just like how you can do it while still being in a calorie deficit. So it's like, this might mess with your metabolism. This might like mess with your like carb balances. This might mess with a couple different things, but you're still going to be in a calorie deficit. So go liquid for one of the meals in the day and then chicken and rice for the other one. So you're only at like probably like 600 calories. So you have another like 2,000 or like maybe even like 1,500. That's like a whole Chick-fil-A like cheat meal. God, Chick-fil-A sounds good. I haven't had that in so long. Sometimes the consistency requires not even having like munchies though. Like sometimes it just requires being in a meditative state, being mindful and knowing that the process is trustworthy and that what you're going to come out with on the other side is worth the couple weeks of mental, like if you know. I don't even know if I could describe it as like depression or whatever, but like just a depletion feeling mentally. Like you just got to get through it, man. It's just one of those things. So, yeah, I wish you all the best luck on your fitness journey, on whatever journey you're trying to do, even if it's not fitness, the consistency helps. And I think that's kind of a good way of thinking about like different ways of life. Like just because I am doing gym and dieting stuff doesn't mean that, you can't do anything else. Like I said, it's a mental game, meaning that, being super hardcore all the time is like, can be cool depending on who you are, but for most people, like, we gotta have some time to just recollect and fucking have fun. I feel like that, that concept just goes into pretty much everything in life. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell. Use code PROFIT on drivenfit.co for 15% off store-wide. And I will see y'all later, motherfucker. Peace.